So Brandon Coin says I got to get Xeons because I got a whole shitload of PCIe lanes and workstation type thing. Said I should hawk around for some Xeons or something Epics or something like that. But I found on Facebook Marketplace a guy right close to me selling two Z440s. So today we're gonna go out in the Salad Saga and procure ourselves two old ass Xeon computers. See what kind of RAM they got. He was light on detail. He said he bought a storage locker at auction and it had a whole bunch of computers in it that were from the local healthcare system. So hopefully I can get these workstations and see if I can find any medical data in there to blackmail patients. But after I figure out I can't do that, I'm gonna see if I can get those two workstations up and operating on Salad or just use them as workhorses for other AI compute rendering workload type platforms in the future, because using all my CPU miners for this, it's kind of a waste. Those could be mining Zephyr or RandomX or anything and making more. So let's go on a Facebook old ass computer safari, mate. When you're looking for old computers, you gotta look the part. You gotta look serious, mate. You gotta put on your hat. Let's fucking go. Almost there. It's here in the parking lot at Lowe's. Just picked up two Z440s off Facebook Marketplace. The guy wanted 200 each. I offered him 300 for both, and they have Xeons. And he's like, okay. So I go and pick it up, and he also had a Z4 listed. And I didn't look too deep into the Z4. I thought the Z440 was a bit higher end, but he asked if I was interested in it, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of like over budget, man. And he's like, I'm like, I tell you what, I'll give you $100 for it, but like I'm over budget. And he's like, okay. And so I got it and pull over here at the parking lot. And here, let me show you. Two Z440s here, and then this is the Z4. So I go to take a look inside this thing. Mind you, I paid $100. I paid $400 for these three, but I paid technically $100 for this. So I go to look inside. What's this? Oh, nice. Took apart the two Z440s, and we have identical systems, which are Xeon E5 1620 V3s with 8 GB of DDR4. Oh, sound effect. Oh, and a Quadro K420 Blaze It. Not sure that's going to be much good for anything at all. So even I was thinking, like, if it wasn't a lot of RAM, I would just take the RAM out of the other one. But it's DDR4. I think it's the same thing. It said RDDR4. So I'm going to have to look that up. I have no idea if that's different. Maybe if I just put my finger over it, then my other RAM will fit. All right, so this thing, I guess, because it came from a hospital, there's probably a big protocol involved with them removing any identifying information, because they took the hard drive, but they neglected to take the NVMe that was down here. I've never seen a heatsink attached to one like that. Honestly, I've never dealt with server motherboards like this before, but when I fired it up, it prompted me to log into their system. But I wiped it all and put Windows on it. Took the RAM out of the Z440s to put in here, so I'm running 32 gigs now. Probably gonna get some more RAM. And then I just went ahead and put Salad on this. Now I was reading about the A4000, that while it's like a really good card for AI, compute, machine learning workloads, that Salad doesn't really have any demand for it, that all the people who are utilizing Salad for this are looking for GPUs, consumer grade GPUs, and no one's really looking for the A4000. But figured I'd give it a shot because, you know, things change quite frequently. I've been up and chopping on this machine for maybe like 5 minutes. So I'll give it an hour or so and see if it picks up an initial container. If not, then I'll probably pull this and pop in a 4070 and just get it going on a Salad rig. And then this, I'll probably maybe try to throw something together for a Vast AI or TensorDoc or Chlor or Flux or any of the other ones, because this is, I mean, that's what this is for. So I contemplated selling this. I'm like, okay, so I paid $400 for all this stuff, and I could sell this like immediately for $400, and then cover the cost of everything else. But I'm getting into all this AI workload stuff. You know, this is the trend, and this is just like, I'm just blessed with this thing as like a bonus. And so, you know, honestly, I'd probably rather sell a 4070 off than this thing. Maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that. Anyway, gonna hang on to this, see if it picks up a container. If not, 4070, take that out, and if nothing else, it's a nice case. So 24 hours later, I just turned it off. A4000 not picking up anything whatsoever on Salad. And again, I was reading online that because on the back end, when people buy hash power from Salad, they have the option of what type of GPU they want, and those people really aren't looking for A4000s because they know that there aren't really any on Salad, and they're probably going somewhere else. So turn this off. I'm gonna do some mixing and matching among my Salad rigs because I've got really good parts in some that are better served mining. Now that I have this Z4 and these two Z440s, those are extra CPUs that I can throw 4070s in. Just need some adapters because these came with the stock HP power supplies, which are only two 6-pin PCIe power cables. And so I got some adapters on the way, and everything suggests that it's fine to run these 6 pins into 8 pins to power GPUs because the power supply is 750 watts, and these cables are pretty beefy. Everything I read said like, yeah, it's totally fine. These are like, you know, workstation grade, commercial grade. It's not going to be an issue. Plus 4070s don't pull that much power anyway. So I'm going to pull this out and probably just sit on it until I figure out how to operate Vast AI because it's complicated and I'm dumb. That's the update. Nothing special. A4000, not so great for Salad, but if you've got A4000s, maybe keep an eye on things. Because it could change in the future. I think I'm gonna sell the A4000 though, because it's like 2 generations back, or generations, but there's A6000s out now, so I'm not sure that it'll really work well. It'll ROI itself pretty quickly if I got it up and running on Vast AI or TensorDoc or any of those other platforms. But honestly, I'd rather just kind of like take the W, immediately and just kind of cover. So probably gonna sell the A4000. And then put 4070s in these. That frees up some of my better CPUs that are, like the AMD CPUs, the Ryzen's, for mining cryptocurrency. And then I can have more dedicated Salad rigs. I've got these nice server CPUs in here that I can, repurpose or whatever. Nice enterprise grade parts and stuff. I'm not familiar very much so with server hardware. Obviously the RAM, if you saw that earlier in the video, I'm like, maybe I can put my desktop DDR4 in here. It doesn't work like that. It needs ECC. So I've got some more of that on the way. I'll probably do that. But yeah, it worked out great. Nice snipe. That's the Salad update. Still hashing away. Earnings are still as high. We had a drop after update 1.6, but everything's kind of come back up online. And so just doing some mixing and matching. That's the impromptu vlog style update. If you like that, if you like Facebook Marketplace Safari, let me know in the comments below. And again, just keep commenting, guys, down in the comments on what you're doing with Salad, how it's treating you, and what your thoughts on it are. Appreciate you watching. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'm TheTechnicals. See you next time.